Hey guys, Kurt here with NK Garage, and we're back with another flea market haul. I've been getting pretty good luck at the flea market. I started branching out, looking at different flea markets near me. So I've actually been going, we're in New York, I've been going over the border into Connecticut. About 35-40 minutes from me is the Elephant's Trunk Flea Market in New Milford. It's really awesome. It's quite a blast. There's all sorts of vendors, all sorts of stuff. So check out what I got, and we'll go through it. We'll start over here. This was one of the best deals I got. I got the sockets and the trays for 30 bucks, and this is all Mac. No complete sets or anything. I organized it. So right here we have probably 70 to 80% of an SAE set of swivel impact sockets for half-inch drive. And these are Mac USA. They're rusty and dusty, but these should clean up just fine. I think a little bit of wire wheel, maybe some evapor rust, and then just oil them all up and they should be fine. This one here is metric for 3/8 drive. Probably 60 to 70% of the set. I think this one was the 10 millimeter, and the largest one here was a 22 millimeter, and there's a couple pieces missing in between. These were standard impact sockets in the back, half-inch drive deep for SAE. Just got 4 pieces of those. We actually have most of this set, I think. We don't have this as the 7/16. So I'll actually be interested in trying to fill that out with our set and see what we can do with that. We got a couple extra pieces here. This is the SAE for 3/8 drive. It's an 11/16. We didn't get any other pieces of that set. I got this just half-inch drive universal swivel, and a couple of small 3/8 drive SAE shallow sockets. Plus some chrome stuff I just threw in this tray, some hex Allen sockets. This one's missing the bit here, and this is just a 12 point for 3/8 drive. Moving on from Mac, I got this Macco 12-inch extension for 3/8 drive. I think I paid $1 for it. I don't really care for Macco tools at all, but for $1, I mean, it's a good extension. And then this little Macco adapter actually came with the Mac sockets. Moving on to snap-on stuff. I picked this up at a tag sale, actually. I hit a tag sale on Saturday and went to the flea market on Sunday. So I got this for $3, I think. It's a snap-on tongue and groove pliers. There's a date code on here. I believe this is a 1999. Works good. Jaws are, a little grimy, but they're fine. Grips are okay. They're starting to crack at the bottoms like they usually do. But the handles should clean up good, and it'll be a good piece for the tool arsenal. Miscellaneous snap-on stuff from the flea market. I got this line socket. I picked it up real quick and threw it in my pile. I didn't pay much for it, but I realized later after I got home it's been ground down on the end for clearance. It's a half-inch for 3/8 drive. Here's another 3/8 drive socket. 9/16, 12 point, pretty rusty. This one is a 9/16, 12 point, shallow. And then I got this old 3-inch extension. It's a snap-on right there. And I don't even know how old this is, 30s, 40s, I'm not sure. Plus this tray here came with the Mac trays, and it's actually a snap-on tray. Moving on to Plom and Proto tools. Got this Plom 1-inch by 15/16 double box wrench. Plom 19/32 by half-inch double box. We got an 11/16 by 5/8 marked Proto N Plom. Got a Plom Pebble 3/4 by 5/8. Got this Plom Pebble logo 3/8 drive breaker bar. It's, got some chrome wear, but it works good. And last for the Plom stuff is this little swivel socket. It's a 7/16. Moving on to Proto, I got a Proto 3/8 drive ratchet. I actually got this from the same seller I got one from 2 weeks ago. And it needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but I was able to get it to click in each direction at the flea market. These are pretty easy to get in here. They just have the 2 Phillips. So I'll get in there and clean it up and get it going again. I think that was only $1. I got another Proto Professional clear handle, yellow handle screwdriver for the collection. I've been picking these up at the flea market every week, so we actually have a small collection over here that is growing. Got 3 of them over here, so it's a new screwdriver collection. Various Proto wrenches. This one is one of the more modern ones. This has the anti-slip design there, kind of like snap-on flank drive and the Mac RBRT Craftsman overdrive. And a couple more Proto wrenches, 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and a double box right here. I picked up some wood handle screwdrivers. I was never really into these, but I've been watching a lot of Magdad's videos, and even George from You Want to Watch picks up a lot of these, so I kind of been getting into them. So I decided to pick up the ones that had good brands on them. So this one's a Stanley. That's another Stanley. This is another Stanley. This one's a Bridgeport. We have a Yankee made by North Brothers. And this one's another Bridgeport here. And this one is another Stanley. This is probably the nicest one out of all of them. Very pristine. Stanley Yankee. It's pretty cool. So I might clean up some of the other ones, or if I don't get around to it and lose interest, maybe I'll lot them up and sell them on eBay so somebody else can enjoy them. We'll swing back up to the top. I got 3 adjustable wrenches this week. Sometimes I get a lot, sometimes I don't, but I do love my adjustable wrenches. I bought this Armstrong one because I don't have one in my collection. I'm trying to collect all of the USA made adjustable wrenches. So I picked this one up. It's a 10-inch USA made. Got a 6-inch diamond Duluth and a 8-inch Crestalloy. Moving on to some pliers. This was pretty cool. I got this Exolite slip joint pliers. Got a Utica pliers number 529. I don't even know what this is for. If you guys do know, let me know. I know I can look up the part number and figure it out pretty easily, but I haven't yet. So I just thought it was cool, and I figured if I pick it up, then I'll remember to learn about it. This one here is a Barkalow Buffalo Lyman's pliers, probably an 8-inch. We got a pair of Pesco slip joint pliers. Got a M. Klein & Sons 8-inch Lyman's pliers. We have a channel lock, but not just channel lock. This is the one with the Champion D'Armament logo. And those are the older ones, because that was the brand was Champion D'Armament, and they called them the channel lock pliers, but then they rebranded to channel lock later on. That family, generations later, still owns that company and makes their tools in the USA still. Crowder slip joint pliers. This is another Crowder Lyman's pliers with a really old stamped logo on there. I don't know if the camera will pick that up or not, but it's funny. It's even slanted a little bit. KD pliers here. I'm assuming these are some kind of crimper. It's my best guess. I could look it up and figure it out. Pexto Lyman's pliers. This one here is Electrolyte. I'm pretty sure it says Electrolyte. I don't even remember picking that one up, but I guess I saw Made in USA and I just grabbed it. And another pair of channel locks here. This is not the one with the logo like the other one, but this one was very cheap. So I always pick them up when they're very cheap. Tremo pipe wrench. It's probably an 8-inch. Got a couple more pliers down here. Got a small Crescent Tool Co. This one's pretty interesting. It's a Utica 888-6. And I wasn't sure at the flea market if this was done at home or if it was factory made like this. And that little gap there was kind of that made me curious. But it was really well done. Everything looks really good. And I got home and I looked it up, and it was a factory model. They did make these like this. So we got ourselves a stock Utica bent needle nose pliers. Got a little Pexto here and a little vice grip right here. This one is in very good condition. I picked up this Stanley Defiance utility knife. These things are super heavy duty. I watched George restore one of these on the You Want to Watch channel, and after that I kind of fell in love with it because they are really cool. So maybe I'll do the same at some point. Let's move back down here and catch up. We got a Williams S-curve wrench. I can't keep my hands off of them, so if I can get them for $1, $2 even sometimes, I always pick them up. Little Williams super wrench, ignition wrench. Got an SK Wayne 1-inch wrench. SK Wayne 6-inch 1/4-inch extension. SK number 2 Phillips screwdriver. I paid like 50 cents for this, so I'm going to see if I can defeat that rust. But if I can, it'll be a win. If not, it's not too bad. Little SK impact socket. Got an SK sliding T-handle breaker bar. I don't normally come across these for SK, so I thought that was cool. SK Wayne double box 6-point. Got a pair of her brand drum brake pliers. Thought that was pretty cool. Got some screwdrivers here, some more screwdrivers. Little Exolite. I'll pick up Exolite when they're in really good condition. Like this one I thought was very pristine. It's a Phillips number 1. I got this Stanley 100 Plus. It's bent, but I'm going to try to fix that. It's a super long shank Phillips number 1. So if I can fix that, that'd be a really cool piece for the collection and definitely usable if you need to get in a tight spot or long distance, whatever. Exolite. I love these clear handles, so I had to pick that one up because it looks so nice. I got this Do It Best screwdriver. When I was a kid, we had a Dill's Hardware in our town, and I don't know if that was just a local thing or not, but they had a slogan, Do It Best. So I decided if I can get their tools for pretty cheap, I'll start maybe a small collection of Dill's Best tools. Sometimes they're marked Dill's Best, sometimes like this one, it's just Do It Best. And it's USA made, so I thought that was cool. It's a square drive Robertson. Got 2 tap handles. This one right here is a Starrett, and the one next to it is a General. Got 2 Armstrong engineer's wrenches. This one is obviously one of the newer ones before they shut the plant down. It's like pretty much new old stock, and this one is an old vintage one. Got a couple of Husky USA pieces down here, and a 19mm combination wrench, 18mm combination wrench, and a 5/8. I got all those from the same seller. And then I got this little Husky 1/4-inch breaker bar, also USA. This is a German auto kit wrench. It's a 7mm. It's marked DIN 304, West Germany. So it kind of dates it right there. And these can be pretty desirable. People have paid pretty good amounts of money for these German auto kit wrenches on eBay, so I always pick them up. And this is probably my favorite tool of the day. I got my first King Dick. It's not a large King Dick, but it's a medium, decent size, a 7-inch King Dick, auto wrench. Made in England.
It's not about the size of the tool, it's how you use it.
That's right. And I think 7 inches is plenty enough to get the job done. So we'll move over here. We got an Empire sliding bevel gauge. We use these pretty frequently when we are doing angles for pavers and stuff, so I grabbed that because having an extra one is always handy. Got an Empire, pretty much almost brand new aluminum speed square. Can't have enough of those. I grabbed this for $5. It's got all these different size little wire brushes, and I don't know what the original use of these was for, if they went with a tool or not, but I figured I could just chuck them up in the drill, and this would be really good for cleaning out the inside of sockets and wrenches, and the box end of wrenches. Pretty much any tool where you have a small space that you need to get in, all these different sizes I think will really help. So I figured, why not? I'll see if they'll hold up, but they seem like it's a finer brush, definitely just do some light cleaning, maybe after some evaporust or something. And hopefully we'll be getting into some tool restorations coming soon. Probably more towards winter when our business slows down. We'll have a little bit more time and we'll do some of that stuff. Let's swing back up here real quick before we get into the Craftsman stuff. We have a Klein Tools. This is a super big hammer. And just the fact that it had Klein on it, I just kind of picked it up because it was probably $2 or $3. This was also from the tag sale that I got. Got this S-Wing hammer. We use these in our business, and S-Wing makes excellent hammers, so I figured I'd pick this up. I paid $2 for that. The other items from the tag sale were this gluing clamp made by Brink and Cotton. It's fairly new or unused, I wasn't really sure, but all it needs is a pipe. Came with the box, so I thought that was cool. It's USA made. And I got this Williams 1/4-inch drive case. And I opened it up when I was at the tag sale. I was a little disappointed that the tools were not vintage Williams, Most of the sockets in here are just Husky, but they did have this newer Craftsman ratchet, 1/4" drive, quick release. That's at least worth something. 1/4" drive, spinner handle by Craftsman. So figured I think I paid $5 for it. I love the case, and the tools in it were worth it. So let's get back to the Craftsman stuff. We'll start back here. I got 2 chisels. Got a Craftsman cold chisel and a little center punch chisel. We've got a 3-inch extension, 1/2" drive. Got one of these springy extensions. It's got a bend to it, but might be able to course correct that or just use it as is. I don't come across those too often. Stubby Phillips. I've been picking up a lot of flathead stubbies recently, and when I like to sell them on eBay, I like to lot them up in groups, sell 2 at a time. Makes it more worth it for the shipping. 2 Sears Craftsman wood chisels with the striking caps. Wood chisels with striking caps are definitely my favorite. I don't like them when they don't have them. Got another 1/4" extension, but this one has the through drive. I've never used it like that, but I guess if you have a mobile kit, it cuts out a piece in the toolkit, I guess. An old scratch awl that I wanted to clean up. Got this multi-bit screwdriver, but it has this pop-open top. So I thought that was cool because a lot of these black ones that look like this don't have bit storage. So that was nice that this one did. Craftsman speed wrench. Got a double box Flying V double box. I got a pair for the collection of the Craftsman vanadium pliers. I've said it before, these are from mid-30s to early 40s. They've got nice detail on the handles. Recently, when I've been at the flea market, I'll look for pliers that are USA made, and I always make sure that they at least function. I try to make sure that there's no damage in the cutters, and just make sure that it's something that you can clean up and restore. You know, if the plier looks like it's completely locked up and you'll never get it undone, maybe it's not worth it. Pair of Sears pliers. That's foreign made, probably Japan or Taiwan, I don't know. But I just thought they were cool. Craftsman tongue and groove pliers. They need a little bit of cleaning, but I thought they were cool. I'll say it a million times. I love the detail on the handles. Big Craftsman socket, 1 1/8" USA. This was another one of my favorite wrenches of the day. Craftsman auto wrench. It's got the double lines here, and there's even some of that like vintage blue, that light blue grayish color that was on some of these older tools. I just think that was super cool, so this will be a piece to clean up. It doesn't look like it was used much, you know, there's a little bit of damage right there, but that top jaw looks like perfect. So I just think it sat around for a long time. Craftsman BE series 1/2" breaker bar. That was nice. Craftsman clench wrench. We got 2 ratchets. This one's just a, you know, quick release teardrop head style, you know, probably from the 70s or 80s. This one was cooler. It's the pear head or box head, however you want to call it. They made these in the late 50s, so they're definitely super cool. I paid $10 for this, but I was willing to pay up for that because it works and it's a nice vintage piece. This I got for $5. Craftsman Impact socket set. It's definitely rusty. It was in an old toolbox, but the guy offered me $5, and I took it because it came with the original case, and all the pieces are here. So I could probably clean those up along with the Mac sockets and make a set.
Point out that these are easy to read.
They are easy read.
How easy it is to read?
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is that they at least also have the engraved or stamped markings on them, because when the easy read wears off or gets rusty, and you'll never see that again. When we clean these up, we'll never be able to read the easy read again. So at least it had that. And then to top it all off, I got this for $15. It's a Craftsman Professional Series soldering iron. I picked one of these up about 6 months ago, and I was shocked to find that they sell on eBay a little over $100. Last one I got $120 plus shipping for it. And this one, you know, look how nicely the cord is wrapped up. So was it used? Did it come like that, or was the guy just really neat and nice? I mean, the tip looks like it was used once or twice, so I'm not even, maybe he didn't even unravel the cord, I'm not sure, but it looks in really good shape. These are very desirable. I should at least be able to get $90 for it. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know what your favorite tool of the day is. I hope you got a good laugh at my King Dick. And yeah, it's been fun. You know, the flea market's only going to be open for a couple more weeks here, but we'll get every last little bit out of it, and then we'll start going again next spring. I got to find some alternative tool haul methods this winter. I'll still go and do Facebook Marketplace, but maybe I'll get into the auctions. Haven't done that yet, just haven't had the time. So maybe I'll start looking at auctions. But thank you guys for watching. I'd say 50, 60, maybe 70% of this stuff might end up on our eBay store within the next couple weeks. So if you guys are interested in everything, everybody on YouTube gets 10% off. Just use the coupon code NK YouTube, and you could take a look and browse, or you don't have to if you don't want to. I think Nick is reminding me to tell everybody what I paid for the entire haul. I paid $209 for the flea market stuff, and I paid $15 at the tag sale. And both of those things together probably took me most of a day. I spent 3 hours at the flea market going around, probably visited 50 different booths, bought from 20 of them. And it's fun. I like doing it. It's definitely, hunting down these tools is cool, and then we'll organize them, clean them, and what does go to resell at least goes back into the funds to make sure that we can keep the tool hauls coming. So that's how that works. We'll see you guys on the next one, and have a great day.